Shares of Tesla soaring 10% today after the company launched its robotaxi service in Austin over the weekend. Our Deirdre Bosa digs into what it means for this increasingly competitive race in autonomous. Hey, Dee.
Hey, good morning, Carl. So Tesla robotaxis are finally live, but in reality, they're still in demo mode. They only operate during the day in good weather in limited areas with a human driver. Not a human driver, a human monitor riding up front in the passenger seat. Now, that hasn't stopped the stock from surging today. As usual, the promise is doing a lot of work here. But by contrast, Waymo, this is the real non-theoretical autonomous leader for now. It was last valued at $45 billion. It is buried inside of Alphabet, where investors are focused on whether search is about to be displaced by AI. And yet it's already delivering more than 250,000 fully driverless rides per week across multiple cities. And it continues to expand aggressively. Amazon Zoox, meanwhile, it's worth mentioning, it's still in testing, but it is quietly emerging as another challenger with the backing and the blueprint to catch up. It's even less visible with no clear indication where it sits within Amazon's financials. So while Tesla continues to get all of the attention, take a look at this analysis from Morgan Stanley. Waymo currently has the largest autonomous fleet in the country, and it's on track to operate in 5 markets by year end. MS estimates that could grow to 30 cities and nearly 18,000 vehicles by 2030. Now, Zoox isn't there yet, but it is laying the groundwork fast. By the end of the decade, it's expected to be in 16 cities with a fleet size of about 8,400 vehicles. Now, Waymo has a head start, but Zoox has similar production capacity and the balance sheet, of course, from Amazon to match. Compare both to Tesla. There is no fleet size or city count on record, just a pilot program in Austin. Now, the company has vision, but it hasn't yet shown scale. Tesla bulls, they will argue that Musk has built-in scale, and that is key because unlike a Waymo or Zoox, Tesla doesn't even need to build a fleet from scratch. It already has millions of cars on the road with the necessary hardware. The pitch is that Musk can flip a switch and activate full autonomous remotely. But that is only if the software actually works, guys. And this weekend's launch, it suggests that it is still far from that goal. And guys, living in San Francisco, I drove in this morning using the FSD on my Tesla, driving behind a Waymo for a while. Felt like an alternate, this future world. But the Waymo, I will have to say, is getting better at sort of being more aggressive, switching lanes and being faster on the roads, more human-like.
I wonder, so what are investors reacting to with the stock up 10%?
It's the promise, right, as it always is, the fact that this is the start. And I guess if you look at a Waymo, how quickly it's scaled. I mean, it reached 10 million, now well over that, fully paid autonomous rides within just a few years. If you think that Tesla is going to follow that trajectory, then the promise is huge here, and it doesn't have all of these sort of manufacturing costs that a Waymo or a Zoox does have. So they could scale very, very quickly. But I will say that safety record, we've talked about this before, guys, that is really essential here for regulators, for public trust, and Tesla is not going to have that for some time in the same way that Waymo does. And they're very transparent and make it very public how many miles and how many human interventions and how much safety is playing into this.
Right. Yeah, even with calls for more transparency out of the Texas lawmakers. But that explains why the rollout was relatively calm and cautious, Dee. We're going to watch the space religiously with your help. Deirdre Bosa on Tesla today.